I fix my eyes on Christ. I fix my eyes on Christ.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Colton's Reviews, show where I review fun things like Bibles and theology-related nerdy stuff that I love. And if you're watching this, hopefully you as well. So today, I'm taking a look at the Holman Handcrafted Collection, CSB, verse by verse. It has wide margins. It has a reference system in it, and it's brown goatskin leather. Comes in this really lovely two-piece box. And on the back, you can pause and look at some of those features if you would like. Some really cool features on this Bible. And just a disclaimer, heads up, this Bible actually belongs to my wife. I bought it for her for Christmas this past year. And so it does have some writing and marking on it, which I think is to our advantage, because I always like to see how a Bible holds up under marking and writing. It retails for about $150. I think you can get it for quite a bit less online. So anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at the Bible. Here it is, beautiful goatskin leather cover. The side does not have any raised ribs, but it has some really nice tooling. Honestly, this kind of reminds me of my Cambridge wide margin a little bit in the way that it feels and looks. I do believe my Cambridge might be a little bit softer on the goatskin, but the look of it and all that is similar. It's CSB. I love the CSB logo, by the way. Really cool looking logo. Holy Bible, Christian Standard Bible, and Holman. And then on the back and the front, there's nothing. It's blank, other than just a really pretty grain with some perimeter stitching around the sides. There's a little bit of overhang, a little bit of yap here that could probably be trained down. I don't think my wife cares too much about that sort of thing, but it could be done. And the ribbons on this thing are awesome. There's three ribbons. We have a black, a gold, and a red. And they're soft, they're beautiful, they're wide. Great ribbons on this Bible. All right, so if we open it up, the cover is extremely floppy, as expected. Very soft cover, easy, lays flat. The liner, I am unsure what the liner is. It could be leather, it could be synthetic. I'm not even going to attempt to guess. You see we have a gilt line, or I think that's what that's called, where you have this kind of gold outline around where the pages are supposed to be. So like when you open the Bible, this will kind of frame the pages for you beautifully. We have edge lining. So this is a sturdy Bible. It's going to stay together for a while with that edge line construction there. Then we have verse by verse Bible. We see all that kind of thing. And this is the pertinent information here. It's printed in China, but do not let that dissuade you from getting this Bible if you've had your eye on it. This Bible is quality. It is lovely. And for the price, I don't know if you could do too terribly much better. So there's a table of contents, and this paper, it's printed in China, but man, this paper is phenomenal paper. It's lovely. And of course, they have kind of this two-tone setup here. This is some of the explanation of the features, but they have it's a black letter text, but they have red section headings, chapter numbers, and I believe red verse numbers. Let's go ahead and open it up. Let's make sure I'm right. Yes, so red verse numbers, right? Red chapter numbers, and the section headings actually aren't red, so that's my bad. We have bold section headings. But man, I love that contrast that the red gives. Also up here at the top, you have red. It's a really nice dark maroon type red, so it stands out really well. Man, it's lovely. And then this right here is just a little piece of writing my wife did from our Bible study the other night at church. But this will show you just quickly kind of how it stacks up as far as writing goes. So this is a Pigma Micron 01 blue. We both tend to use these in our Bibles. And if you look at the other side, we have show through. That's to be expected. But there is absolutely no bleed through. And I could comfortably write over the top of that. So that's just me. If you're a person who likes to write in your Bibles, this one is an excellent choice, especially with the wide margins. And it, like one of my favorite Bibles, the ESV Wide Margin Reference, we have ample space here in the inner margin, which some Bibles don't have, which I think is super useful. So beautiful layout, have similar to also to the ESV Wide Margin Reference. You have your references kind of stuck right here, which I'm not a huge fan of, and then your textual notes down there. Okay, so all that, it's verse by verse, so the poetic setting's not going to be anything special, just verse by verse. But if you look verse by verse for study, especially, which I do, I think you'll find this a lovely Bible. And like mentioned before, it is black letter text. So if we go to one of the Gospels, you'll see, there's no red letter. Okay. Just a beautiful layout. The font, I think it said it was a 10-point font. Yep, 10-point type. So this is great. Okay. And then just lastly on the Bible in the back, we have a concordance and maps. And these maps are pretty cool. They're on matte cardstock. And then in the back here, we see the goatskin leather cover, all that good stuff. All right, so that has been a look at the Holman Handcrafted Collection CSB, verse by verse, wide margin, lots of things you could attribute to this Bible. Beautiful text block, beautiful cover. Definitely worth a look if you're a CSB fan and you're wanting something quality. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.